How's it going, guys? This is a brand new series I'm starting on my channel, at least trying to break out from doing just MLP stuff. So today, I am starting a weekly diecast series where I showcase a couple of diecasts in my collection, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'll show it off, tell you who raced it and when, and I'll also give it a nice little rating as well. So, without further ado, let's get started. So with a common theme for this first episode, I decided to go like father, like son. This first car is Bill Elliott's number 94 McDonald's Ford from the year 2000. Bill Elliott drove this car for himself, which means he drove for his own team, Bill Elliott Racing. This was also the last year he also drove this car before Ray Evernham bought into his team, and he raced for Evernham Motorsports starting in 2001. Overall, I just love the paint scheme. I love that this car immediately tells you, oh hey, this is McDonald's. And of course, during this time, they were promoting the drive-thru. You can see, you probably can't see it well, but it has the NASCAR 2000 logo to indicate that this was the 2000 season. And of course, this is also the first season, I believe, that NASCAR ran the Taurus for Ford, in which they would run all the way through the 2005 season. Let's see, the wheels are actually rubber instead of plastic like the Goodyear wheels, and the rims are yellow. And in comparison, here's a picture of his real-life edition of the car, and as you can tell, the rims were not yellow. That's probably been my only issue, but I love the number design as well. There's just something about this paint scheme that I absolutely love. The red, the yellow, the orange, and a touch of black. It was a perfect scheme for the early 2000s. I also have diecasts of this same paint scheme that was ran by Anthony Lazzaro with a number 97 in 2000 in the Busch Series, as well as Andy Houston in the 2001 Winston Cup season when he drove a second car for PPI Racing. As for a rating, I'll give this car a 9 out of 10. Again, I just love the paint scheme. Everything about it, really. It tells you that this is McDonald's. Despite the fact that you don't see the actual word McDonald's on the car, those golden arches pretty much give it away, doesn't it? Alright, let's fast forward 18 years later to Chase Elliott's number 9 Hooters Chevrolet that he is driving this season for a few races. I got this car this year, and yeah, I like any kind of Hooters car, really. Chase Elliott did switch to the number 9 this season to drive his dad's old number, which I thought was really cool. And again, you understand why I said father like son. I did a Bill Elliott car, now I'm reviewing a car that his son is currently driving. Well, first off, I like how they tried to modernize the Hooters scheme. Obviously, you know, most of us are probably used to a kind of car that Alan Kawicki or Brett Bodine drove back in the day when they sponsored Hooters. This car was made by Lionel Racing, of course. You can find it on there or find it on eBay probably. I did pre-order this off of Lionel Racing, and I do like the colors of it. You know, the design is alright. You know, I think it's really unique, especially that I think the design is actually really fitting for the Camaro ZL1, in which debuted in the Cup Series this year. I will certainly say that I do like this paint scheme more than the one he drove last year. And I think I have a diecast of that, but I'll show that another time. I didn't like the bright yellow number on the side of the car. That was my biggest complaint with that car. Overall, this car looks better. I like the paint scheme. It's interesting, it's unique, it's very modern for this time. I'll give this car a 6 out of 10. Great car. My biggest issue was, although I do love that, you probably can't see it, but there's like an orange glitter, sparkly kind of feel on the car, but on the wide end, you can see like little specks, and like they had a little issue with painting the car on the hood, which, you know, I'm not going to complain. Obviously, that's not on all the cars, but, you know, especially when you're trying to detail these cars, it's a little difficult. And as a side note, if you're wondering, the Monster Energy logos are not on any of the diecasts on 164s because obviously they don't want to promote the energy drink to kids, because kids are more likely to buy these kind of cars, especially for me. They're just cheaper that way. But, however, Hendrick does not have the Monster Energy logos, period, unless their cars are on the track, because They are, of course, they have a big relationship with PepsiCo, and Monster Energy is a Coke product. Just thought I'd let you guys know that. So here's both of the cars. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to do this every week. If you have any suggestions at all, or you want me to, certain cars you want me to review, or, you know, if you want to share certain cars you may have, feel free to comment down below, and, you know, have a nice little discussion. So again, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.